God day, God day, God day. Welcome to the morning shift with Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Top of the AM, top of the AM. What's up? What's up, Facebook? What's up, IG? What's up, Twitch? What's going on? LinkedIn, TikTok. What's up, TikTok? Thanks for jumping in today. Welcome to the morning shift with Cofield. This is a morning show that we here every single day, 5:30 a.m. California time. If you don't see us here, just know it's something that came up, but we'll be back the next day. The morning shift is a show that's here to be able to give you something positive, to be able to shift your perspective. So it's not like working a shift, but it is the morning shift where we wake up and we know that we can determine what our day is. Let me fix this light, y'all. Did you know we can determine? Did you know you can determine what your day is like? Do you know you can determine what happened in your day? You don't have to just sit back and accept. You don't have to be on defense, but you can actually be on offense when it comes to your day and what's happening in your day, right? And that's my son, y'all. So y'all don't know. Y'all see a little foot kick up in the back. That's my son with me, 5 years old. I love him. His name is Copious. Some of y'all saw him already. YouTube is Copious the what, And so if y'all see something in the background, a little lump, that's my son back there asleep. So don't be, tripping like, it's a foot back there. Yeah, but that's what it is. So let's get to it. Look, the morning shift is here to give you a different perspective. The morning shift here to be able to let you see a perspective that you win, to let you see a perspective that life was meant to do good by you, to let you see a new perspective, to shift your perspective to only look for good, man. Because what you see in your life mentally will be your life physically. Did y'all know that? What you see mentally for your life will be your life physically. And so that's why we here top of the day every day to be able to tell you that you can determine what your day is going to be. You can determine what your life is going to be. You can determine what you see in your day. Now, how is that possible? Somebody asked me, how is that possible? How can I determine what my day gonna be like? You mean tell me I don't have to wake up and just accept whatever happens in the day? Nope, you don't. Listen, we have a saying here, only see what you wish to experience. And did you know how you anticipated your day to be will be how it will be? Did you know that? If you wake up with a perspective that today's going to be bad, oh man, I'm looking forward to things you don't want to see in your life. If you wake up with that perspective, do you know that will happen? So let me tell you what happens when you get up in the daytime. When you wake up first thing in the AM, studies show that the first 20% of your day, the first 20 minutes of your day, your brain is receptive. Your brain is wide open. Your brain is looking for information to be able to process because it's waking up from a sleep, right? And so your brain, the first 20 minutes is searching for information. And you have these, just say, look at your brain as a factory, right? And you have these workers that wake up in your factory of your brain every day. Like, It's a good day. They wake up ready, right? They wake up ready to bring whatever you want to your day. Just imagine these little workers in your brain, and they wake up every day ready to bring whatever you say bring. And then you wake up and you say, man, I feel like I'm getting sick. So you say that out your mouth, you speak that out your mouth, and now the whole universe hears it and it say, oh, they think they're getting sick. So that means they want to get sick because they're thinking about it. So let's bring it true in their life. So your little workers in your brain go to work right away. Boom, let's go. They're going processing, they're going moving to try to bring what you said to your reality. That you know you got things that's programmed in the body to bring to life, to bring into your experience what you think is true. And the thing is, the little workers in your mind, they don't know whether it's bad or good things they're bringing. Just think about this. They have no clue. They have no way to be able to determine whether something is bad or good. Think about that, right? They just bring whatever you request. So if you have a thought that's negative, your brain and everything in it starts to work to bring what you said to life. The little workers get to work to try to bring what you said to life in your life. So how you wake up and how you think is imperative to success. Today, we're going to be talking about the hidden dangers of negative thinking. Did y'all know statistically negative thinking is one of the biggest things in worldwide that keeps us stuck? Negative thinking worldwide is one of the biggest contributors globally to depression, anxiety, suicide rate. All these things worldwide is all brought from negative thinking. That's why it's so important that we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about what is negative thinking, how does negative thinking affect you in your life, and why it's necessary and imperative to be able to get the stinking thinking away from you. We're going to take some time, excuse me, y'all. We're going to take some time to dive deep into that today. That's what we're going to talk about. Trying to fix this camera, y'all. Excuse me. That's what we're going to talk about today. Negative thinking has profound effects, not only on individuals, but the whole world at large, influencing everything from public health to the workplace productivity, education, and even global conflict. Negative thinking, the worldwide, is linked, and the reason behind everything that goes wrong in the workplace, education, and even global conflict. Listen to this. It all stems from negative thinking. So ask yourself, are you a negative thinker or are you a positive thinker? This is a real question, y'all. Like, welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. It's super important what you see. Negative thoughts contribute to thousands and thousands and thousands of negative experiences worldwide. case y'all know, that foot back there is my son, 5-year-old Copius. Spent the night with me last night. Trying to see if I can move his foot back there looking like a body. Yeah, he moved it himself. Copius. I'm streaming, bro. Stop. It's not funny. Stop playing. Woke up over there laughing. Negative thinking is the key and the answer behind all this stuff that happens in the world today. It comes behind negative thinking. So ask yourself, are you a negative thinker or a positive thinker? Do you think good stuff? Or do you typically think about what could happen bad? I used to have a relationship with a person that they every time something would happen, right? Every time something would happen, any event, they will look at things as if from the perspective of what if something happened, right? So they would look at it as and they would say, I'm just being prepared. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. So every situation, I would think, okay, we about to get up. We about to this about to be positive. We got good things happening. Da, 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 da. And they would think like, well, what if this happened? What if it's not real? What if the person is fake? What if this, and then they would qualify their beliefs behind the veil of being prepared. Like, I'm just being prepared if something happens. I'm just being prepared. You got to be prepared. But how many know sometimes you can focus so much on what you don't want to happen more than you do? More than what you do want to happen. You got people that will literally keep their mind on everything they don't want to experience about a situation. You get a new relationship. Some of y'all out here can get a new relationship. Meet somebody. This person got all the characteristics that you would like, stuff like this, but in the back of your mind, all you thinking is, what if? This person can probably be like this. Now, they probably a liar. They probably just hiding. They probably just capping. It's probably really not like how they are. They probably different. They probably just acting like this right now, right? And you allowing past relationships, past situations, and past experiences to dictate your present life and how you treat people now. Now, although you may be justified in saying, well, I got to pay attention how things happened before. Yeah, but you can't have an expectancy of things to go bad. And most people worldwide have negative belief systems. Did y'all know that over almost 90% of our thoughts are reoccurring? Every single day, over 90% of our thoughts are reoccurring thoughts. And over 75% of those thoughts are negative. That's crazy. Let's go over some of the things negative thinking affects. I did some research and looked up some things. The mental health crisis. Let's talk about that. It's mental health issues that people are going through today. And negative thinking is a major contributor to the D word, depression, anxiety, and unaliving rate around the world. Negative thinking is a major contributor to depression, anxiety, and the unalive rate around the world. The World Health Organization reported that over 280 million people suffer from depression globally. That was in 2023. And anxiety disorders affects over 30 301 million people. Let me read that again. The World Health Organization reported in 2023 that over 280 million people suffer from depression globally, and anxiety disorder affected over 301 million people globally. What's the root cause of this? Persistent negative thoughts are often the core to these conditions, like rumination and self-criticism. Rumination. Y'all know what that is? Rumination. Let's get the definition of it so we can know for sure. I think I know, but what's the definition of rumination? Let's put rotation, bruh. I said rumination. 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 Yo, this is crazy. Let me just spell this junk. So when you think about rumination, think about when you just brood on stuff, right? You can just be constantly sitting up just thinking about things. Did you know this is a disorder? Let me see if I spelled it right. That's why I'm pronouncing the thing wrong. It's rumination. Rumination. A deep or considerate thought about something. The action of chewing or chewed. Rumination. You got some people that suffer from rumination. What does that mean? That means when something happens, they sit there and just deep think on it for days and days and days. The normal person would be able to forgot about it and moved on, but this person is still running it in their mind. They're playing every detail in their mind over and over and over again. This is not a good practice, especially when it's a negative thought. According to the World Health Organization, that's one of the things that leads to depression. Man, come on, man. We got to do better with our thinking. And it's not, listen, it's no criticism, right? I'm not here to criticize anybody. I'm here to help us be better. Like I said, we're here to shift our perspective. Don't you know if you got a perspective that everybody in your job is out to get you? If you got that perspective, don't you know when you get there, you're going to receive those same things? And not only that, it not only affects your outer world, because whatever you think and whatever you see is going to be your experience, but it affects you inside. We just talked about some of the effects of it. 280 million people suffer from depression. 301 million people suffer from anxiety disorders. And according to statistics, the root cause is persistent negative thoughts. Listen, 280 million people suffer from depression. 301 million people suffer from anxiety disorders. And it's all stemmed from negative thinking. That's the root cause. Not saying that's the only cause. Not saying that's the only cause, but that's the root cause. You can research this stuff on your own. Your thought process will determine your life. And if you're running around thinking that you can just think anything and everything gonna be okay in your life, you got another thing coming. And I challenge you to show me a person. I challenge you to show me a person that's got negative thinking all through their life and still successful? Name them. Name them. You can't do it. It's no way to do it. Negative thoughts are more than just bad moods. They are a pattern that, if left unchecked, can severely destroy your potential, happiness, and even your health. In this broadcast, we're going to explore lasting effects of not overcoming negative thinking and how it can sabotage every area of your life. How chronic negative thoughts rewire your brain for failure and fear. You know, the brain is programmed. You know, this brain is programmed. And if you program your brain for negative thoughts, it's going to change your experiences. Huh? What's the emotional cost behind negative thinking? What's the emotional cost? Right? Increased anxiety, depression, and hopelessness. Negative thinking leads to emotional breakdown, increased anxiety, depression, and hopelessness. Do you know people that suffer from this? Sit down and have a conversation with them and see what they're thinking about every day. See, the only way you can be depressed, this is my belief. Some people may differ from it, but I believe the only way that you can be blessed. No, excuse me. The only way, that's what be blessed, every one of y'all. Be blessed, man. But the only way you can be depressed in life is if you're thinking about what you don't have, what you want, or what's not in your life, or what you lost. That's it. A person who focuses on those things, if you think on those things, they're going to lead you down a dark alley of the depression and everything else. That's why God clearly told us in the Bible. Do you know God done said this for years, but we so spiritual and churchy that we look over the stuff? We look right over it. Even in the Bible, he said, whatever's noble, whatever's pure, whatever's on one accord, whatever's a good report, think on these things. Why? Because God realized that he created us. Our mind is our superpower. Our mind is our gift that God gave us to create life. That's why everything comes from the mind. Everything that's ever been created comes from a thought. It comes from your mind. It's birthed from the mind because the mind is an incubator. It creates and grows things. And God knew that. That's our superpower. Every one of us is a superhero. Literally. Every person is a superhero because your brain has the ability to create things, tangible things. Did you know that a thought can become tangible? If you didn't think that, then you wouldn't be on using a device because that was a thought. That was a thought. Somebody thought of a cell phone. Somebody came up with an idea of a cell phone in their mind, a way to communicate wirelessly, and somebody thought of that. And then it became a tangible thing. That lets you see right there that thoughts become tangible things. So if you're running around with negative thoughts, it's going to negatively affect every part of you. And it programs the mind for failure and fear. You ever met a person that was scared? Genuinely scared. They worried about everything. The world's going to come to an end. All this administration going to take us under. Like I said before, I don't support not one different political party. I don't. I don't have my faith in no political party. I don't have my faith in no man breathing. Period. My faith is in God, G-O-D, my provider, the source. The whole universe is God. And he's looking to be on my side and your side as well. But once again, that's a perspective. You got to have a perspective of growth. You got to have a perspective of winning. You got to have a perspective of good things. Because whatever your perspective going to be your life, I'm telling y'all this. This is the truest thing I ever wrote. Like Tupac. Did you know it's a physical toll on your health? Having negative thinking? Did you know weakened immune systems and higher risk of disease are all linked to negative thinking? Your doctor not going to tell you this. Your doctor not going to give you the truth about this. You know why? Because they want us buying pills. If you're suffering from negative thinking, let me fix this phone. If you're suffering from negative thinking, we're going to tell you how to fix it today. I tell you that. In my Tony Montana voice, we're going to show you how to fix it today. That ain't Tony Montana. My brother used to do that real good. If you're suffering from negative thinking, we're going to show you how to fix it today. And we're going to talk about why it's imperative to be fixed. Why it's imperative to be fixed. Let me read you this. A study published in the Journal of Critical Psychology found that individuals who engage in repetitive negative thinking are 3 times more likely to develop depression. Every time I say something I think is dope, I'm doing the water wave. The backwards water wave. This the one everybody do. I'm going to do the back. I'm going to bring it out. Every time I say something I think is dope, flat out. From now on. The Journal of Clinical Psychology found that individuals who engage in repetitive negative thinking are 3 times more likely to develop depression. There you go. Wow. Listen to this. According to the American Heart Association, hostile and pessimistic thinking increases the risk of heart disease by 19%. Okay. I'm going to copy that word. Because we're going to, like words that I think I know what it means, but I may not, I always look it up. You know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine always told me, search everything, Corey. And I was like, bet. Pessimistic. Tending to see the world aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. Are you pessimistic? Huh? Are you pessimistic? Think about that, man. Look, we have to be honest with ourselves because we trying to get to the bag. Not trying, we getting to the bag. And anything in the way gotta go. And the morning shift with Corey Cofield is here to give you keys to get to the bag. Because I want us all to prosper. I want us all to win. Listen, it don't matter to me the numbers. It really don't. It don't matter to me the numbers. I'm not here. So, like, of course, I want millions of people watching. But it doesn't matter if it's one. And sometimes it be just one. But that one person, I know, is meant to change the world. So if that one person get what I'm saying and run with it, yo, I done what I was supposed to do. So we here to be honest, man. We here to break down the real truth of what's holding us up. We not with the cap. We not playing no games. We want to be better. The morning shift with Corey Cofield is shifting perspectives to see only what you wish to experience. If you really want to be better, then we meet our issues head on. We look at stuff and say, wow, can that be me? Am I pessimistic? Am I pessimistic? Let's say the word again. Let's say the word again. Are you pessimistic, tending to see the worst aspect of things or believing that the worst will happen? If that's you, we can change that. It's okay, man. It's okay. But what I'm trying to tell you, if you're pessimistic, they got a whole word and a whole definition for it. That means people are doing it. That means people are involved in this. That means there are people that's pessimistic. Right? That means that it is people that's pessimistic. So if that's you and you know you're pessimistic, we're going to talk today on how to change that. Because being pessimistic increases your risk of heart disease by 19%. And like we said, we want to jump the line. We want to learn stuff to help us jump the line, to help us move forward in life and be better, right? So if it's something that's going to take some percentage off of me winning, yo, I want to know what it is, and I'm getting to it. And I know you do too. I know you do too. But the problem is people always point the finger and go off on us for being ways. So now we're embarrassed to tell people, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I think like that. Because people are so quick to jump on you and go off on you and make you feel bad for being whatever that you happen to be. But if you know it's something in your life that's holding you up, that's causing you not to be able to jump the line, and if it's something in your life that's causing you not to be able to win, then you should say, listen, whatever it takes, I want to get rid of it. That's what I'm on. That's what we're on here. You got a community here, y'all. You got a community of people that won't judge you, right? Put it in the chats. Y'all DM me. We can talk. We can talk on how to be better. But I just read the statistic. According to the American Heart Association, hostile and pessimistic thinking increases the risk of heart disease by 19%. This is real studies. Listen to this. Research in the Nature Review of Neuroscience. This is an article published. Shows that chronic negative thought patterns, overactive. Hello. Okay. Research in the Natural Review of Neuroscience shows that chronic negative thought patterns overactivate the brain's default mode network, leading to higher levels of anxiety and mental fatigue. So when you got negative thought processes, it overloads your brain. Your brain activity start just because your brain is trying to process and is worried and fear and all this stuff coming up. And that says that upsets your brain's default mode. And so now it moves into this fight or flight mode. And now you just by being in fight or flight mode, your brain is not resting. It's like worried and processed. It's full of fear. That leads to higher level of anxiety and mental fatigue. People wonder why they can go to sleep and wake up still tired. You ever went to sleep and woke up still tired? You ever went to sleep and woke up still like you feel like you still ain't rested? That's because a lot of us, when we sleep, our brains are still fighting. Our brains and our subconscious mind is still fighting all this fear of lack, all this fear of destruction and downfall. Most people just waiting and expecting that stuff. That's being pessimistic. And being pessimistic makes you 19% more likely to get heart disease. It's the reason why we're talking about getting rid of this. And what does it do? I truly just want us to be better. Chronic negative thinking rewires the brain for fear, limitation, and self-sabotage. You ever met people that self-sabotage their own life? You ever met people that just, whatever they do, they end up self-sabotaging their own situation? They self-sabotage their relationships? It's reasons for this stuff. And we can be better, y'all. We don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. And if that's you, shouts out to you for being able to say, yo, that's me. And now we can say, okay, what we need to do to change it. It's ways to change it. It really is. One way to be able to change it. You have to challenge and replace a negative thought. See, a lot of us just think, oh, that's just me thinking, it's nothing. That's just me thinking, it's nothing, it's cool. It was just a thought that came to my mind, it's nothing. No, that wasn't just a thought. That was a negative seed that was planted in your mind in hopes that you would connect with it and allow it to grow. See, listen, the only way we lose is if we forfeit the game. God set it up for us to win. We won. We won. It's done. The movie's shot. The credits rolled. We already know what's going to happen. We win. Absolutely. Now, the only way you can lose is if you sabotage yourself and forfeit your game. How do you do that? Right? See, the negative thought comes to try to distract you from the truth. The negative thought comes in your mind to try to get you to buy into it. Right? But how you do that is when that negative thought comes into your mind, you have to challenge it and replace it. Let me show you how to do it. Here's an example. When a negative thought arises, you pause and you ask yourself, is this thought based upon facts or assumptions? Now, let's go a little deeper than that. Just say you get a negative thought. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. You just didn't think that naturally. That was a fear thought that was placed in you to get you to believe it. Because once you buy into it, it probably will happen. So you say, wait, that thought, is that actual fact or is that assumption? And if you don't know for absolutely sure that you're not going to be able to pay your rent, if you don't have detailed and for sure evidence that you will not have the money, then it's an assumption. And did you know over 90% of the stuff that we think never happens? Did y'all know that over 90% of the things that we fear never take place? The majority of the things that we fear and be worried about never happen. So if you can look at a thought, just say, you go on your job, right? You go on your job and you go in there like, I know they don't like me. They don't like you. That's what you hear. They don't like you in here. Stop right away. Boom, wait. I can only assume that they don't like me unless someone physically came up to me and say, I don't like you, Corey. Your breath stink and you got boogers in your nose. If they don't come up directly and say that to me, then the thought that they don't like me is an assumption on my part. And even if I got some evidence that I think is evidence, because everyone has their perspective on how you view stuff. So even if you say, oh yeah, I remember when they did that to me. They did this, I remember that. That's proof they don't like me. Even what you say they did, you still perceive it a certain way, but you don't have solid proof that that's how they meant it. So once again, that's an assumption. And so once you challenge a thought and you break it down, the majority of the time, you're going to be able to see that it's a fallacy. The majority of the time, you're going to be able to see that it's really not true. It's a thought that really won't happen. So then you replace that thought. No, I will be able to pay my rent. Nope, everybody like me in here. I'm a likable person. Why wouldn't they like me? So you attack the thought, analyze it, and replace it if it don't line up with you. And if you got a fear of success, just know you was meant to succeed. It's no need to fear what you were meant to be. So everyone was meant to, everybody's body and everything like that was meant to win. You were meant to win. You were meant to be amazing. Did you know that? Your ideas were meant to work. Your idea was meant to work, G. The wall you hit really not there. The wall you hit is really not there. It's a mental thing. So now you got to say, wait, I was meant to win. Everything, listen, like the wall you say is there, right? Listen to this. Think about this. Everything in the earth was made to win. Everything that God ever created was made to prosper and grow. Everything God created is still growing. The sun is still coming up. The wind is still blowing. The trees is still doing what they were meant to do. The grass is still growing. No matter if you cut it, it grows back. Your fingernails, you cut your fingernails, they grow back. That means we were meant, it's in our DNA to grow. It's in our DNA to prosper and do good. So if you got that perspective, you know there's no way you can lose. So now you look at life like I'm meant to win. My ideas were meant to work. Right? And so, yeah, there's no need to fear that. You only fear, the only reason why you fear is because the only reason why you fear is because you haven't agreed with your desired outcome. And you're still uncertain. That's it. The only way we can fear the results is if we don't know, it's if we don't believe what we know the results are. If I know unequivocally that I win, I'm gonna win this race. I'm about to enter this race, and I know I'm winning. I don't care because my confidence, I done trained, I done did everything I know I'm supposed to do to win this race. I'm gonna win this race. I'm not gonna be fearful because I know the end. I know the results, right? So listen, let me tell you this. If you change your mindset. Exactly. Let me tell you this. If you watch a movie and you already saw that movie 4 or 5 times, I talked about it on the live the other day. Back in the day, we had a movie called Freddy Krueger. That was one of the scariest movies that came out back in my day, right? And so you got Jason and all these movies, Saw, right? Just say Saw. The movie Saw. Most people, young and old, in the mid, kind of saw that movie. So that movie Saw, where this guy would catch people up and do bad things to him, right? If you the first time you saw the movie Saw, you was jumping like, oh my God, dang, look, that's crazy. Look what they did. Oh my God. Because you're just now seeing it. But once you watch a movie 3 or 4 times, are you still jumping at the movie? Once you watch a movie 5, 6 times, are you still jumping? Are you still afraid of the parts that may be scary, that was scary the first time? Most times, no. Right? You don't be scared of the movie because you saw the movie already. You already know what's going to happen. You're welcome, champion. You already know what's going to happen. So you're not scared of the movie because you saw it already. You know the end. So there's no way to be scared in my life because I know the end. I saw it already. I know I win. I made a blueprint of what I want my life to be, and I see it. And that in that blueprint, I win. In that blueprint, I am successful. So I would tell you, in order to overcome fear, write out a blueprint of what you want your life to be. Write out a blueprint of what you look like operating at the highest level. If you were operating at the highest level possible, doing everything you know you were supposed to do, what would that look like? You write that down. I will be in the gym. Me, I know this stomach. Hold on, this is a side note. I weighed myself the other day. And I was 238 pounds. Beep, 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 beep. He's backing up. Beep. That's what you're going to hear next when I'm backing up. That weight, man, come on, bro. You lost 45 pounds. Yo, that's crazy. That's what I need. So what I'm trying to say is, I know what my ideal self look like. So what I'm trying to tell you, GOAT, what I'm trying to tell you is write an image of what you want your ideal person to look like. What do you want your end result to be? It's nothing that's ever been created without a blueprint. Nothing. Not a table, not a house, not nothing. People got to have a blueprint on how it's going to look and what is going to be the end result. And when you got a picture of your end result, Goat Milk, write out what you want your life to be. I'm going to be successful in this. I'm going to be doing this. My ideal thing is this, right? Visualize that journey. Come on. This goes to Goat Milk because you said some coke. Come on. I told y'all, every time I hear or say something that's dope, I'm doing a backwards water wave. That goes to Goat Milk. Visualize the journey, bro. And when you visualize the journey, when you see it, when you see the end result, and you wake up every morning when you get up, and the first thing you do is go to that vision. You read over it. Say it 4 or 5 times. See it. Say it with emotion. And as Go Milk said on my TikTok, visualize it. Take time to see it. Close your eyes and literally visualize yourself being that person. And that'll remove fear. Because you, in your mind, you will start to see the end. And once you start to see the end, you will start to believe it. Your subconscious mind will believe it. And once you see the end, it's done. And all you got to do is just start walking it out. So to remove fear out of success, to remove fear of what your life going to be, write the blueprint out. And then look at that blueprint and base your thoughts off of that. Only see yourself as that blueprint. When another thought come up, challenge it and get it out of there. We're talking about the negative thought process. What happens when you got a negative thought process? And we talked about how negative thinking is connected to mostly everything bad. Every single thing bad. Listen, negative thoughts are more than just a bad mood. They are patterns that, if left unchecked, that can severely destroy your potential, your happiness, and even your health. Listen, potential, happiness, and health. Those three things you absolutely need. And if negative thinking can affect these areas, then we got to get rid of this negative thinking, y'all. We talked about it. How do you get rid of negative thinking? When a negative thought arises, you pause and ask yourself, is this thought based upon facts or assumptions? What's the evidence for or against this belief? You don't just, when something come in your mind, don't don't run with it, because it can be a lie. It can be a fallacy based upon a subconscious fear that you don't even know you have. See, let me tell you this. I left home in Detroit. I was 14 years old when I left home. I hit the streets of Detroit at 14 years old. Now, knowing that I'm 14 years old, you know I can't legally have a job, right? You know I legally can't just go work nowhere because I'm 14. I think even the youngest you can work with a work permit is 16. So that led me to being in the streets doing a lot of other stuff illegal to survive. But that also led to me having a fear-based concept and perspective when it came to my provision. Because I struggled so early when I was young, I struggled so much with, am I going to be taken care of? That before I know it, I had a subconscious belief that I wouldn't be provided for, and that every month it would be a struggle, because that's what it was. But I was 14. I wasn't even in the right environment. And so now I judge my life off of that. Because I was 14 and I got a mindset of struggle, that everything was going to be tight, everything was going to be hard to do. That's the perspective I grew up in. And even at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all the way through my 20s, my 30s, I had a fear of provision. I had a fear based that it was going to be hard for me. And before I knew it, every time, even though I would get lump sums of money, 70 grand, I would get lump sums, I would always end back up in need and in lack. Because basically in the back of my mind, I realized I had a subconscious belief that money was hard, right? Absolutely. Mindset is everything. And so my subconscious mind believed that I was broke. My subconscious mind believed that it was hard to get money. And every single month, every single day, I struggled doing it. But once I got the perspective through this gentleman named Brian Tracy about 17 years ago, I was helping this guy. I used to do nursing, home care, working with quadriplegics. I still do some to this day. But at this particular time, I was working with this guy named Peter Sobey Jr. He was a quadriplegic filmmaker, producer. I just came to California, and he lived in North Hollywood, I believe. No, Sherman Oaks, I think. Yeah. And I was working with him. I used to get there at 5 a.m. to get him up out of bed, right? Thanks for the follow. I got you. I used to get him up at 5 a.m. to get him ready, and I had to be at my other job at 7. So while I was getting them up, I used to be complaining because I was struggling. You know, a lot was happening. I was fighting for every dime, scraping for every dime. And then one day, while I was getting him up, his computer just turned on. It was on, but this video just started playing out of nowhere. Right? This video started playing out of nowhere. And it was this guy named Brian Tracy. And the video talked about how you can create the life you want based upon your thoughts. And if you're struggling in any area, it's because you're not following your passion. And a lot of stuff is said, but that spoke to me. And after that, I remember running over there like, man, who is that? It's my son in the background, y'all, if y'all just joined it. But I remember running to the computer like, bro, how did this turn on? He was tripping like, wow. It just started playing. But that was God, because he needed me to hear that. And that day, that started my journey to knowing that I can determine my life based upon my thoughts and my mind and my perspective. That was 17 years ago, maybe 18 years ago. And I've been on the journey ever since to be better. And like I said, I haven't arrived, but I left. And I realized that my thinking was creating my life. That my thinking was leading me to depression. That my thinking was leading me to anxiety and different health issues. So then I determined to see how I can change it. And I started looking up things on the subconscious mind. I started looking up things on how to reprogram my thinking. I started finding things that helped me be better. And before you know it, my life started to change. Different things started to happen, and I started to attract different things, man. So your thinking has a way to do with this. We're talking about negative thinking, y'all. Welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. Today is an amazing day. We're talking about the hidden dangers of negative thinking. And we talked about how negative thinking would destroy your potential, your happiness, and even your health. We talked about how chronic negative thoughts rewire your brain for failure and fear. And the emotional cost behind negative thinking is anxiety, depression, and hopelessness. What's the physical toll on your health? Excuse me. It's including a weakened immune system and higher risk of disease. Higher risk of disease. We read a study. The Journal of Clinical Psychology found that individuals who engage in repetitive negative thinking are 3 times more likely to develop depression. We said that the American Heart Association found that hostile and pessimistic thinking increases the risk of heart disease by 19%. So we're learning that negative thinking can kill you. I already got one restriction. Can't get another one, y'all. Oh, do I got 2? Wow. Okay, listen. Negative thinking can unalive you, literally. Negative thinking can unalive you. Further research showed in the Nature Review of Neuroscience shows that chronic negative thought patterns overactivate the brain's default mode network, leading to a higher level of anxiety and mental fatigue. This stuff is true, y'all. Then we talked about ways that you can start challenging these negative thoughts. And one of them was you challenge and replace the negative thoughts. When a negative thought arises in your mind, pause for a minute and you ask yourself, is this thought based upon fact or assumption? And what's the evidence to prove it or disprove it? So you just don't let thoughts just pop in your mind and sit there. You run them through a course. Instead of thinking I always fail, challenge it with I face challenges. I've faced challenges before. And I learned from them. You see how you change that up? You ever meet people that put the word always behind everything they say? You always doing me like that. Or you always not answering your phone. They use this always word as if it really is that. People always say, always. Just like I just said it. Woo! So instead of thinking I always fail, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Instead of thinking I always fail, just you can replace that. You can say the same thing, but not the same thing. You can say I faced challenges before, but I learned from them. That's a positive way to say that, where you're not sitting up validating a negative thought. We can't validate these negative thoughts, y'all. No. I succeeded before and I can succeed again. Listen to this. Cognitive behavior therapy, it's called CBT, has been shown to reduce negative thinking and improve mental health by teaching people to refrain from distorted thoughts. This was the Institute of Cognitive Behavior Therapy. So being able to do this thing, what I'm saying, to be able to challenge a thought, to be able to replace it with the thought that you want, that's how you start getting rid of this thinking. Slowly but surely, one thought at a time. Listen, when it comes to your thoughts, you got to think of yourself like a bouncer at a club, right? Think of yourself like a bouncer at a club. You standing in front. Somebody walk in, they got on gym shoes. Wait, you can't come in here. Sorry. No gym shoes. No hats. Can't wear that. No Daisy Dukes, girls. Sorry. Can't wear that in here. Right? You have to think of yourself as a bouncer at a club. You literally watching. A bouncer sees every person that come in that door. He checks every single person that comes in that door. He looking in their purse, see if they got any weapons. What is he doing? He's validating whether or not this person is good for the environment that's in there. He's the protector. He's the wall in between what's out here and what's going on in there. So they know everything going on in there is fun. People got their little drinks, the music going, people meeting people. They know everything in there is fun and exciting. So now they're monitoring everything that's being let in to make sure this environment stays that way. So they monitor what's coming in. Hold on, wait. You negative? You doing this? Nope, you can't come in here. Nope, you got on jeans. Nope, you got on gym shoes, which means you probably want some bull crap. So they monitor every single person that's coming in that club. Why? Because they're protecting the environment inside. So when it comes to your brain and your thoughts, monitor every thought. When a thought comes in your mind, don't just listen. This is a process. It don't happen overnight, right? But I'm telling you right now, I do this every day, but it took me some time. But guess what? If you start now, tomorrow won't be your first day. You can start today. And guess what? Next week gonna come anyway, whether you're doing it or not. So you might as well do the work. Start monitoring your thoughts, just being conscious of your thoughts. A lot of us have, like I said, over 90% of our thoughts every day are reoccurring. That's the first thing. Up to 90% of your thoughts that you have every single day are reoccurring. And the average person have about 70,000 thoughts a day. And guess what? Up to 70% of those thoughts are negative. Let me watch this. I'm gonna pull the research up. Man. Watch this. How many thoughts does the average person have a day? How many are repetitive and negative? Listen to this. These are statistics. It's not me just making up numbers. According to research from the National Science Foundation, the average person has about 12 to 60 thoughts per day. The average person have about 12 to 60,000 thoughts every single day. About 80% are negative. Around 95% are repetitive. This statistic highlights how much our daily mental activity is not only reoccurring, but also dominated by negative thinking. These statistics highlight that our daily mental activity is not only reoccurring, but dominated by negative thinking. Look, this is not me just saying this stuff, y'all. This is some God trying to get to us, because we really peering ourselves. We unaliving ourselves. My auntie Teresa Singleton, Teresa Walker, I love her. She used to always tell me, it's bad to get played, but it's worse to play yourself. I told y'all, anytime I do something dope, I say something dope, I'm doing a backwards water wave. Flat out. It's bad to get played, but it's worse to play yourself. That's crazy. Look at this, man. 12 to 60,000 thoughts a day, every individual. 80% are negative. 95% are repetitive. So if we having the same negative thoughts every day, 95% of your thoughts are repetitive. That means every day you waking up thinking about the same stuff every day, and 80% of it is negative. What's that mean? We just said negative thinking. Just by having negative thinking, you're 19% more. You have a 19% higher chance of getting heart disease. And I don't want a 1% chance in that. Only thing I want a percentage in is winning. If I can have anything that's going to make me lose, and I know for sure if I do this, I have 19% less chance of winning, bro, I'm not doing it. The statistics are here, y'all. The statistics are here. Your negative thinking will create your life. Your negative thinking will create everything you own. Your negative thinking will determine who and what you get out your life. We're talking about how to overcome it. So when you have a negative thought, you challenge that thought. Don't just let negative stuff come to your mind. You ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or assumption? Is it evidence to prove this thought right or wrong? Like I said, you're a bouncer, and every thought that come in your mind got to come through you. Just like that bouncer is protecting the environment in there, right? The bouncer is there because he's protecting the environment. He's making sure whatever's coming in this club is conducive to what's in there. People happy. If you come to the club like all frowned up with a pistol on you, he already know you on some bull crap. You're not going in there because everybody in there is on happiness and love and having fun. So they send that person away. Right? You have to be the bouncer of your thoughts. You got to be the bouncer of your mind's club. Everything come in there. Is it conducive? Is it what God said? Whatever's noble, whatever's pure, whatever's on one accord, whatever's good thing, think on these things. So if you see a thought that's not edifying you, if you see a thought in your mind that's not making you a better person, yo, you gotta go. It gotta go. If a thought come in and is not helping me be better, then it can't sit in my mind. A lot of us just have thoughts and we think it's cool. No, it's not. Every single thought. So today, I'm asking you, be a bouncer. You got a new job. You're a bouncer. And guess what? It's called club mind thought. In club mind thought mind, I don't know. You think of your own mind, your own name of your club in your mind. But just think of this. You got a club in your mind. It's a party going on. It's nothing but good things in there. People having fun. Your whole family there. Everybody's there having fun. So now you're going to monitor what else comes there. Now you're going to make sure everything coming in that club is lining up to what you want. Thank you. I'm about to go to bed. No problem. Thank you, Gold Milk, for joining. We here every day, 5:30 a.m. We on all social media networks. Follow me on YouTube, Corey_Cofield. We streaming there. Same thing for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Y'all look me up, man. And share the live with somebody, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you, Gold. I appreciate you for sharing. I'm going to follow you back as well. Get some rest. God day. So what I'm trying to say is we got to be bouncers of our mind, right? We got to be bouncers. You got to protect the thoughts that's coming in your mind at all times. If it's not conducive to helping you jump the line and helping you win, it can't stay. No weapon formed against me will prosper. No, it won't work. You feel me? That's how you got to be. Watching every thought. Watching every thought. What else can we do? What else can we do to overcome negative thoughts? We talked about challenging and replacing the thought. Practicing gratitude daily. This is one of the greatest things you can do to overcome a negative thought. Because when you're in gratitude, listen, gratitude and negativity can't be in the same place at the same time. Gratitude and negativity can't be in the same place at the same time. Can darkness and light? Can darkness and light be in the same place at the same time? Nope. When the light come on, the dark has to leave. They can't coexist. Gratitude and negativity can't coexist. When you're walking in gratitude, you can't find the space to be negative. It just don't work. It just don't work. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present and good. Remember I told you the only way you can be depressed is if you focus on what you don't have, what you won't, what didn't come in your life, or what you lost. That's the only way you can be depressed. Other than that, it's no way. It's no way. If you keep your mind thinking on what's lacking, it always leads to depression. But keeping your mind in gratitude, it keeps your mind focused on what's present, what's in your life now, and what's good about it. So practicing gratitude, bully. Hey, yo, when I see my people pop up that been in here before, man, I'd be making me happy. Be making me happy to see the bully in this joint. What's popping with you, champ? What's popping with you? So I'm telling you like this. Gratitude helps you stay in the right mindset. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rocking the hat. You feel me? Like, yeah. Y'all subscribe to my YouTube, man. Run over to YouTube, man. Corey_Cofield. Give me a follow. I appreciate that. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Some roses. Can I get some roses? What about some subscribers today? Can I get one subscriber? Can I get one subscriber? I see the rope. My guy. Thank you for the roses. Come on, man. Popping up, doing good stuff for people, man. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to always prosper. You're going to always prosper. Thank you for it. Thank you. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present and good. Try this. Every morning or night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small, a good cup of coffee, or big, a supportive family member, whatever it is. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Do it either at night or in the morning, or you can do both. But remember, being in gratitude keeps your mind in what's present and what's good, and it keeps you in a positive mindset, right? Studies show that people who practice gratitude daily report 25% higher levels of happiness and a reduction in depressive symptoms. Now that's according to the Journal of Personal and Social Psychology. They did a study on that. Look it up. Emmers and McLeod. They did that study. The Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. They found that people that practice gratitude daily, they reported 25% higher levels of happiness and reduced numbers in depression symptoms. Let me see what you said here. Exactly, God. If somebody said if you condition your subconscious mind to only see happiness, that's what your life will be. See, people, look, we got the sauce. Everybody know this stuff. We got to just start implementing it, y'all. We got to implement this stuff. See, they won't tell you this at the doctor. They'll just give you pills for depression. But they won't tell you, no, you don't have to take those. This all you have to do, practice gratitude every day. That'll remove depression. Be grateful. Hey, look, that sounds so elementary, right? Somebody on my TikTok said, be grateful, 1, for getting up. Right? That sounds so like elementary. But guess what? You know how many people didn't wake up this morning? Do you know how many people? Look it up. Thousands of people unalive in their sleep every single day. Every single day, man. And we got up today. So just being on this side of the dirt and you're not watching the roots of flowers grow means you winning. Heal the mental plane, and the physical plane follows. Heal the mental plane, and the physical plane follows. That's my TikTok. People on TikTok ain't no joke, man. They ain't no joke. We know what to do. We know what to do. I told y'all, if y'all come on with that dumb junk, my mediator is not playing. Y'all gonna get blocked so fast, faster than you can even think. Thanks for the follow. I'll follow you back for sure. When I don't mind following people who got genuine a genuine word that has positive stuff to say. But I'm not following nobody. I look on your page and all you doing is shots and twerking. Like, I don't want that in my algorithm. I got other stuff to look at. So don't get mad if I don't follow you back, but you got a wretched page. Flat out. We motivating this Monday for greater. Flat out. So if you're not on no motivation, you're getting blocked. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that water wave? Straight up. So today, man, it's been powerful. We're talking about how to overcome negative thought process, right? And we talked about how you challenge and replace a thought. So if a thought come in, you ask yourself, is this based upon fact or assumption? Do I have real proof to support this, or am I just making assumptions? The next way is to practice gratitude. Write out 3 things you're grateful for every day. Write it out. Concentrate on it. We also heard that studies show that people who daily practice gratitude, they experience 25% higher levels of happiness and reduced signs of depression. Excuse me. This is another thing that gets you the negative thoughts out your mind. This is one of the biggest things we need to do, y'all. Engage in physical movement. Just do something, man. Just move your body around. Exercise and movement help break the cycle of rumination and trigger and release of endorphins, which improve your mood. Did you know that? Exercise and movements help to break the cycle of rumination. That means when you sit up just brewing on something, thinking about, you just sitting up there. You ever found yourself doing this? Just sitting thinking. A lot of times, a lot of overthought, a lot of overthinking can lead to you being stuck and just sitting somewhere. Yeah, walking works wonders. I need to walk. Y'all really think walking helps like that? I need to do some walking then, right? So what they say, engage in physical movement. Exercise and movement helps to break down the cycle of rumination and trigger and release of endorphins, which improve your mood. When you work out, you feel better. You get happy, right? Here's some options for physical movement. We already said my homegrown Sharon, my Mindifest member, she on Facebook, y'all. Mindifest every Monday is tonight. Let me tonight, y'all. Mindifest is tonight, 6:30 p.m. where we meet and we're going over this book called Money is My Friend. If you want to vibrate and operate with people on high levels, people with high vibrating, pull up tonight on our Zoom, 6:30 p.m. California time. Right? Man, you crazy. Y'all, boy, you better chill, man. You're going to get blocked saying that weird junk. So let me tell you, tonight, 6:30 p.m., we be on a Mindifest, our Mindifest meetup. We meet on Zoom. If you want the link, wherever you're seeing this at, just DM me. You know what I'm saying? And I will get you the link to be able to come there. You got to surround yourself with high-level thinkers, people that function at high levels. That's what we do on Mindifest. The Mindifest Society is full of all kind of walks, producers, doctors, students, artists. We got all kind of people that show up on Zoom Monday night, 6:30 p.m. PST, 8:30 if you're in Texas, and 9:30 if you're in Michigan. Y'all pop up. So yeah, anyway, let's keep that up there for a minute. Follow me on YouTube, y'all too, please. I can use it. Follow me on YouTube. Corey_Cofield. We talking about how to overcome negative thoughts. And we talked about physical movement. Exercise and movement break the cycles of rumination and trigger and release of endorphins, which improve your mood. Here's some options. Like I said, Sharon, she said walking, right? Stretching, dancing, go for a jog, or do yoga. Every 10 minutes makes a difference. Every 10 minutes, just get up and do something. Every 10 minutes, get up and stretch. Even if you're at work, just stand up and stretch. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Oh no, man. It sounds like somebody knocking on my door. Every 10 minutes, just stand up and stretch. Right? Stand up and stretch. Listen to this. It was a study done at Harvard. It shows that 30 minutes of moderate exercise daily can reduce the symptoms of depression and anxiety by up to 48%. Once again, yo, we be bringing receipts. I'm telling you that it's a thing going on out here that negative thinking is ruining people's lives. Negative thinking is holding people back from being what they truly want to be in life. Negative thinking is hindering us. So we got to get rid of it. We talked about monitoring every thought. When a thought comes to your mind, no, don't just run with it. Hold it captive. Hold on, wait. Does this line up to what I want to be? Is this helping me be better? Or is it giving me self-doubting thoughts or doubting somebody else? And if it is, replace it. No, you replace it. How do you replace it? You say what you want instead of that action. So if you have a thought of, I'm not going to be able to have enough this month. No, I will. Every month works out. I may have challenges, but I'm getting better and better, and finance is going to chase me down this month. Change it up. Right? And then we talked about physical exercise helps you feel better. 30 minutes of moderate exercise. They not even going hard. Moderate. That means you can walk. That means you can get up and do some stretching. But just moderate exercise for 30 minutes, it reduces depression and anxiety by 48%, almost half. That's phenomenal. If you want to know how to reduce depression and anxiety in your life by almost 50%, just work out 30 minutes a day, moderately. Get on the bike, walk around the corner 3 or 4 times. And this is a study that was done by Harvard that said this, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better because mental health crisis is all linked to negative thinking. Negative thinking is a major contributor to depression, anxiety, and people unaliving themselves around the world. According to the Health Organization, reported over 280 million people suffer from depression. Over 301 million people suffer from anxiety disorders. The root cause of this is persistent negative thoughts. Is at the core of these conditions. Yo, it's up to us. Workplace burnout. Negative thinking leads to self-doubt, stress, and poor morals in the workplace. According to the State of Global Workplace, 60% of employees report feeling emotionally detached at work, and 19% are miserable. You hear that? Likely due to internal stress and negative mindsets. 60% of employees report of feeling emotionally detached at work. 60% of employees go to work every day and feel unattached, like I can't even be here. 19% of people report that they feel miserable at work. This is not cool. Listen, that's why I say only see what you wish to experience. Your dreams and your goals, God put them in you to give you a power boost. You was meant to be amazing and great. Your dreams and your goals are meant to power you and charge you up. Come on, man. Your dreams was meant to follow to follow you. Yeah, your dreams was meant to follow you. Yo, we were meant to win, and it's up to us, man. We were meant to win, but you got to surround yourself with people that got thinking that that produces life. Be like, what would I do, girl? Be like, I love you, girl. Straight up. Yo, support Be Like. Support the Be Like Foundation. A very important cause, y'all. Go follow her on Instagram, TikTok, all that. She is fighting for leukemia. Her son passed away on Father's Day 12 years ago from leukemia. And now she's took up the cross to go help other people do it. So y'all make sure y'all follow her. Make sure you have a cause that's better, that mean more than you. You know what I'm saying? Sharon says dancing, dance some more. So physical exercise, you can dance. Go out twice a week. Water waving. Sharon be out here dancing. Oh, I got a video, boy. She be going. Sharon be out there cutting up. And she got them Megan Thee Stallion knees. I saw her go all the way down to the floor. Then come back up like, hey. She probably goes, oh no, I'm going to get a text like, well, why you text? Yo, hold on, wait. Absolutely a living witness. Yo, we can be better, y'all. We can be better. Y'all got anything y'all want to ask me? Y'all can throw it in the chat. I'll respond. We about to get out of here, y'all. We've been on here an hour and a half. I'm thankful for y'all that showed up, that's been here with me, man. Thank y'all. Can we get some roses? Y'all, I got a few people online. Y'all, can I get a couple roses on Facebook? Can I get some stars? Yo. It's an amazing day today, y'all. I've been up since about 4-something preparing for this because I think it's super important that we control our thoughts, y'all. So today, what's the call to action? What's the call to action? Be like, put this in there for me on TikTok and the other platforms. You know how we do it. The call to action for today is monitor every single thought. Be a bouncer in your mind, in the club in your mind, and monitor every thought that come in. If it don't line up, if it don't edify you, if it don't make you feel better, if it doesn't help you be greater, eradicate it. Eradicate it. If your thoughts don't help you be better today, eradicate it. The call to action today is monitor every thought. Every thought, monitor every thought. If it don't line up, it gotta go. If it don't line up, it gotta go. Call to action, monitor every thought today. Hey, shouts out to my beautiful niece popping in, man. I got some real people that support, man, what we do. Mind the Fest tonight, Michelle. You popping out? Remember, we start our series tonight I wish I could put the flyer in there. We start our series tonight. Money is my friend. It's gonna be dope. Taught by our Mind the Fest member, Brittany. Call to action. Monitor every thought. It's gonna be cracking tonight, y'all. It's gonna be real good. Let me show y'all the flyer because I don't know how to put it in here. We can't put that in there, can we, y'all? We're here on TikTok. There you go. People. That's what we're doing on TikTok. The money is my friend. Today. Tonight. DM for the link. Whatever y'all watching us on, DM and you can get the link. Okay? So y'all call to action. Y'all know what it is. Monitor every thought, man. Monitor every thought today. Okay? Yes. Mind the Fast. 6:30 p.m. California, 9:30. I so appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here again and making this an amazing time. So y'all know the call to action, right? Monitor every thought. Monitor every thought. We're going to be better today. And y'all come back tomorrow and tell me how y'all day went. Tell me if you got to notice some of the stinking thinking. Because this stuff comes in quick. Before you know it, man, you could be thinking some crazy stuff. And you got to just monitor it because it happens so fast, man. It happens so fast. Before you know it, you find yourself doing some stinking thinking. No stinking thinking today, y'all. No stinking thinking. You were meant to win. You were meant to be great, and God is with you. Everything in the whole world is conspiring for you to be amazing today. Everything in the whole world is inspiring for you to be amazing. Did y'all know that? Everything in the whole world is inspiring for you to be amazing. Yes. Man, my niece, I promise to God, dog. I don't even know how. Boy, she got so many money bags. We get into the bag. Y'all, that lump over there is my son. He sleep. You know what I'm saying? He here sleep with me today. He's with me on Father's Day. Beautiful time. My other two boys is here as well. They're in the other rooms, knocked out. But listen, know this. You win. You win absolutely. Today is going to be an amazing day, and no thing that comes against you will have an ability to win. We win absolutely. I feel it. Thank you, God, for this time. Thank you for people being able to be blessed by what I say. Thank you for using me. I'm so grateful for waking up this divine day. I thank you for supernatural appointments and divine connections. I thank you, God, that we meet the people conducive to help us move forward today. Thank you, God, for helping us align with the people that's going to take us to the top. Align with the people that's going to help us jump the line. God, we love you and we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We in gratitude for you today. For you today, for creating the sun, the moon, the stars, the water. Walk in your path on the day. God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. Thank you, B-Lac, for the prayers. Thank you, Michelle, for the support, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, everybody that popped in, man. We didn't have a whole bunch of people today, but the ones we had was powerful. And I appreciate every one of you, man. Thank you for pouring into me. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. Think about it. Like I said the other day, you got the bully on your side. God is with you. Stepping behind you. Y'all run over to YouTube. Give me a follow, man. Give me a follow, y'all. Y'all can go to CoreyCofield.com, the website. Because we out of here, y'all. We about to go. It's time to go. Lastly, if you want to support our movement, help us get this custom merch, help us film the stuff that we need to film. We're about to be putting out a lot of content on YouTube. Positive stuff that help you be better. That's the stuff we filming. So if you feel like you want to help with that, you know what I'm saying? If you're on all the social media platforms, the Cash App is on the bottom. CTE Cash. That's C as in cat, T as in Tom, E as in Edward, Cash. CTE Cash, man. Y'all know what that is on TikTok as well. If you feel like you want to do that, I appreciate it. And just know it's going to be help. It's going to help push this movement forward, right? Like I say, this is what I do every day. I do this every single day, full time. Full time. I have no other sources of people. There's no companies, none of that. My passion is to help you find yours, and I'm here to do it every day. If you want a personal guide, go to my website, CoreyCofield.com. I help guide you through life in every way, shape, and form and aspect. We got all kind of ways to help you be better. You know what I'm saying? Go check out the book on Amazon. It's called Follow Your Yellow Brick Road. Your passion leads to your provision. I've heard people say the book was life-changing. Do I got a copy right here? Nah. I heard people say it's life-changing. And I know it changed mine. So we appreciate y'all. And I'm so grateful for every one of you. Go have an amazing day. Go make it a great day. Love God and love yourself. And you can't help but win. Y'all hear me? God day.